Hey everybody, the Rebel84 here. We are playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, and today we are going to be looking at the last day of Coliseum for July, and right now I am on my best run I think I possibly have ever done, or at least have done in a really long time. I am in top 1000, and I hope I'm going to be safe, but I'm still pushing, and I actually wanted to show some of my best setups that I've gotten now so far, and show you what excuse me, is carrying me through this last bit of Coliseum here, because I have gotten some really fortunate rolls and guilts and traits and medals and things that are just helping me out a bunch. So I'm going to start with the Armed Warrior. As you can see, I've only got one unlocked here, and that's because the round I'm going to come to last, hopefully to show you, is the round that takes me some RNG to do. So, and that's not one-turning it, but after that round is over, I actually can do this one. So I may have to restore some gauges at some point here while I'm doing this, so I'll have to go do that real quick. But I've got so here is my setup for this one, and I'll show you. So I've got Naminé here, nothing on her, no traits. She's just there to copy Kairi, who's got Second Chance 2, nothing really special. And this medal has a lot of special things to it, but I'm really only using it just to copy that Kairi buff. But this one has strength on it, which is really, really awesome and has helped me a lot. And HP, which isn't really doing anything for me, and it's too bad that I couldn't have enough to get another one of these to put like ground or air, because that medal would be killer. But it's already really good anyways, so I'm using that to copy again. And then my two heavy hitting ones, if you saw my Jack and Sally roll I did a long time ago, I'm fortunate to have ground enemy on this one, and it has helped me so much. And of course Zigbar B, nothing, but he's just my heavy hitter. So hopefully this isn't the pass that I record where I get stuck without enough power to do this. So actually this one does take a little bit of RNG, so this one actually might take some attempts, because I do need a lot of my APPs to proc here, because if I miss out, I think on more than one possibly, I don't have enough power to do this. And of course I have to have Second Chance go, and of course it doesn't, because, you know, gotta record something and gotta show me failing a lot. So we'll go in again, and hopefully this won't take a whole lot of time. This one is a little bit of an RNG one. I could try this with my Dark Riku at the end, which takes up a lot less gauges. But yeah, this is going to probably be a failed attempt here, because I'm going to run low on HP, or not HP, on SP. So I'll show you why here, because I'm going to come around to my next turn if I get Second Chance. And wow, this is just like poor luck here. That's fine, because that was a bad attempt anyways, because none of my APPs went off. And I'll go a couple more, maybe I'll try switching up to my Dark Riku, because I think I might be able to two-turn this with even Dark Riku, because he's got good traits on him. There's an APP. There isn't one. That one's pretty important to hit, because it really affects how much damage I'm doing on this enemy. that negative 60 ground is a big help. Okay, so now you can watch me run out of gauges here. I have to have both these APPs proc, I'm pretty sure. There's one, and even then I might not have enough. Yeah, it's just barely not enough, so I did do this round earlier today again, and I think I had both my APPs go off in the first round, and in the second round I think I missed, yeah, I think I have to have all 4 go off, but if both of my Jack and Sally's proc, I think I actually can tap with Xigbar on the last turn I have. So that has to proc, it doesn't, so I'm going to just give up because I'm definitely not going to have enough SP, so how about let's try this. Just in case for some reason this setup works a lot better, so I'll show you my Dark Riku. Has strength on him and gauges, which is kind of nice, so it'll help me with this. But we're going to see in comparison how good Dark Riku is compared to that single target Xigbar. This will probably at least need the Jack and Sally's to proc, and of course one doesn't. Let's see what we get him down to with this. It's a little sketchy, and if my Jack and Sally doesn't proc here again, that's probably going to be a failed attempt. This RNG is this is the poorest RNG I've seen. So we'll use that. I don't think I can take out 16 bars. Wow. Okay, so forget Xigbar. That worked way better. In fact, none of my Jack and Sally's procced, and I still one-turned him, so that means that when I come back to this round, I can go past it a couple more times at least. So now we get 3 rounds unlocked, and I'll show you here. This is my easy stretch here. So, oh no, 3 rounds isn't unlocked yet because I didn't one-turn that. So this is the one I'm going to one-turn. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to bail out to do some refill here, and I'm just going to use this quest because it's quick. And this should give me enough. So I'd really have to, I'd have to go back and look because I can't even recall the last time if I've ever been in top 1000. I think I used to like a long time ago, before Coliseum got really crazy with like the power creep here. But is it top 1000 or is it top 2000? Yeah, no, yeah, top 1000 gets 2 of the skills, and top 1000 gets 2, and top 2000 gets 1, and top 100 gets 3. So yeah, I've been typically in the last few months of Coliseum for quite a while. I have been stuck between rank 1000 and 2000. I've at least always gotten above 2000, so I've at least gotten the new skill that they have given us every month. But I'm really hoping this month that I can actually get 2 because it's a really, really good skill. And in fact, I have to remind myself what it is because I think it's AB4 max. So here we got the creeper plants. We're going to buff up, and what really helps me first is this ground defense here down on Jack and Sally. And Dark Riku just plows through the rest. I think I can do all these without Nova, especially if Jack and Sally procs each time. So this is another round that I can keep coming back to as long as I make the loop. And let's see how Dark Riku does without Nova. Yep, can still do it quite well. And a lot of people are using this buffing setup with, you basically get Kairi 3 times, which is really awesome. And if you had extra attack on Naminé or any of the key arts, you can copy Kairi even more and keep lowering the defense and keep raising up your attacks and stuff. It's really good setup. Just Nova there and use that. And we restored to full, which is cool, so that way the next time I have to use this setup. So we unlocked our 3 rounds now. And we'll go kind of over the other rounds and why I'm not going to do the ones that I'm not going to do. And why they don't work with my setups that I have. And there's still one more Keyblade I haven't shown yet that I'm going to use actually next. So I'm not sure, I don't think I can do this round anymore, but I'll show you what I was using previously before I realized that my Divine Rose setup actually works really, really well. I actually used my Divine Rose setup on this before, but I was using this setup. I'll show you. There's the Kairi, and actually I switched out to copy that, so I think it was, yeah, something like this. I was using same copy setup, but I have Sykes with ground and Key Art Sky Gilted with ground. It just came to the point where the air people, the air enemies in this round got too high that my ground guys just couldn't cut it anymore, so I'm skipping that round. I've tried this round and it doesn't really work because I don't have a great magic setup right now. I have potentially some really good setups coming if I can guilt some things, which I'll show. I have some good traits. There's just premiums that I just really haven't got to do anything with. Let me see. There's nothing on her, but I'm on my way to guilting her. I've got nothing on you, nothing on you. It was a little ways up here. Key Art 4. I actually rolled Aerial on that, which is really awesome, because it does have a pretty good multiplier there. And Terra, I've also got Aerial on him, so if I can guilt both of those medals, then I would have a really good air magic setup, but that will come with time. One day I will guilt them, hopefully pull more in one of the deals that gives you the multiple orb premiums. So this is the one that I got stuck on after a while. I had a Sleeping Lion setup, but eventually I got to the point where, and I'm going to have to restore, of course, but I'll show you what happened with this setup here just last night that I kind of wish I had recorded. Let's go there, whatever. But this is the general setup. You probably won't really get to see it too much. I'm just going to go through this real quick, but I'll tell you what happened. But basically, I have my Key Art 9 in here from the VIP. I think it's Key Art 9. Yeah, the Sora Donald Goofy one. Is that enough? Yeah, I should get enough after fighting this enemy. I had the VIP Key Art medal here, and I think I had him guilted around 123, and I kept an extra copy still out of it because I wanted to save it for a guilting campaign. And then I kind of started to realize that, well, actually, first I'll back up a little bit. My 2 traits I had on it were strength and extra attack, which was cool because he has really, really good, I believe they're debuffs. I think he debuffs the speed defense. So the extra attack was really, really nice, but I really wanted something else on it. So I decided to say, forget raising up the guilt percentage. I don't mind using the mirrors. It wouldn't be that many, but the chance to have one last trait roll on it would be really, really good. And boom, I got the exact trait that I was hoping to get for this setup. I got aerial enemy defense down with strength on this medal. I easily decided that that was better than the extra attack because I have a lot of other medals like the copycat medals and stuff that I can copy for debuffs, but having this medal with strength and aerial, it's just going to destroy. It has a high multiplier, and I've got the SP gauge 2 with AB3 max on it, and I just use my mirrors to bring it up. And now I can do this round. So this setup, I'm doing Kyrie, copying, I showed you that. I've got that, and my Sora. This is why I wanted aerial on that that medal, because I've also got this Sora here with aerial enemy defense down and AB3 max, but I do have raid on him, which kind of made me regret not waiting to put a Lux skill on him, but that's okay. Maybe one day I'll add, if I get like AB3 max plus Lux or something like that, I'll add it onto him and then use him as a raiding medal too, because he would do really, really well in raids against air bosses. So this is a really awesome air setup for me, and this is a round that has a lot of air. So I'm going to show you how much of a difference this made, because keep in mind, with this same exact setup with the key art with extra attack in that spot and the strength up, with everything else I had here, I was no longer able to one-turn this setup, or this grouping of enemies. So that wizard's at 38, now he's at 16. I'm going to see if I can do this without Nova, because this is probably the only one. Nope, still don't even need Nova, so I can clear all this without using Nova at all yet. Especially with this one too, because it gives you that poison, which just does that little extra damage, just in case you're barely out of reach of defeating the wizard here. So they're all poisoned. Oops. We're just going to melt away the enemies here, and he's got poison on him, so even if I was just out of range, but nope, I'm good with that. And now we've got the last small grouping of enemies here. Thank you for that APP. I don't think I'll be using this setup for the remainder of my Coliseum cycle here until I come back to this round. I think this is the only round now that I can really use this setup really well. I was using it for quite a while on some other rounds, which I'll show you, but since I've hit the wall on certain ones, I've had to change up some things to get past them. And I think it's coming up next, which I'll show you. Oh, I will be using this setup one more time, and I'll have to restore. This was another round here that I was using that Sleeping Lion setup before, but eventually it got to the point where the wardrobe was getting too high in health, and I don't have ground really on any of my speed medals that are really good. So I kind of hit the wall with that, with one turning. So, but luckily right before this, there is the Gummicopter round, and that round is actually quite easy. So let's go and let's restore one more time. I actually think, because we don't have 0 AP or anything on quest, so if I went to that other quest, it would cost a lot more, but I don't really need to worry about my my AP here. I'm not going to run out. There's nothing really else I'm doing. Oh, I guess I don't really need to fight him, but I'll just get everything. And then you can see how easily with this setup too, I can destroy that Gummicopter round. Although that one is kind of close with my setup to not having enough SP to do it. But I do have that key art with the APP, so it just needs to proc like twice or so, and I should be safe with having enough gauges, because the last time I did it, I barely had enough SP to get through it. Definitely helps that Dark Riku has the gauges, but I'd also like to replace that someday. I hope that I can get either ground or air on that Riku. Even if I got air on it, like this setup would be even more destructive. But I really could use ground to help me, so I can make a ground setup with this, because I'm sure there's going to come a time that I'm going to hit some kind of ground speed enemy that's going to block me. But we have new Coliseum tomorrow, so we get to see what kind of enemies we get out of that, and we get to see what kind of skill. And I wasn't really keeping track of... I'm going to have to swipe and hope. Let's swipe. Okay, swipe was enough. So I'm at 11. I think that's about where I was at before when I just had enough, but I think I've got to have this proc. Ooh, and it does. That helped me a lot. And we're going to Nova here, even though I don't really think... I might have to use all of my specials here. Oh yeah. So, this is where we'll see if I manage to have enough, and I might have enough. Because this is actually the easiest batch of enemies, because this is my speed setup, so... That Dark Riku does a little more damage, and I should have enough. This is exactly what I was left with before. I was not able to use my key art, but this Sora with the aerial was definitely enough to finish the job. So, got a 1 turn on all of these, and after I'm done with my cycle, well, I'll look at what I'm at now, because I haven't really been paying attention to my ranking. But I think I was low 600s when I started this video, maybe? Low to mid 600s. And right now, I might have been high 500, but I went down quite a bit. So that completes my loop, except for this last quest here. And this one is my RNG. This is my one that after I clear it, not one-turning it, this will bring me back to the Armored Warrior. And I'll show you how I'm trying to RNG this. I'm actually using this setup because the one thing that's really hurting me, because I can easily two-turn the trees, I have enough power for it. It's just when they attack you, they hit you with that sleep and kill you, and when you get second chance back up, and if you have sleep on you, it just skips all your medals. And I haven't tried putting... I'd have to put Kyrie like towards the front, but I don't think that would really work too well, because that Jack and Sally in that spot does help a lot. So this is one that I have to reset a lot, and I don't think I'm going to do this a whole lot. And oh, I forgot to mention why my Orchestra Sora is in here, simply because he has sleep resist on him. And the tree doesn't put you to sleep all the time. He put me to sleep there. But he doesn't put you to sleep all the time, because I have done this without the sleep resist, and I have resisted it. But I wanted to put that resist up in there anyways, just to kind of help, hopefully, with how many times I have to do this. And unfortunately, it's basically twice I have to have that sleep not hit me. And I have to have second chance, of course, go off too. And then I can get through. So let's see if I can at least get one of these sleep resists to help me. And I can show you that, the setup is pretty capable of 2-turning. Oh, there we go. Well, let's see if second chance fails. Alright, so we've got a fighting chance here. So we'll go around again. And yes, I have tried using the Orchestra Sora. Doesn't do anything. How hard he hits you is just too much. You probably could make a turtle setup to do this possibly, but again, the sleep is horrible. We're just going to activate him for fun. He doesn't do any damage because I haven't leveled him up at all. We'll just Nova, since Jack and Sally didn't proc, but and I got put to sleep, so I'm going to get revived, and I'm only left with Jack and Sally, which will do very little damage because I don't have any strength on him. So I'll try it one more time, and then I've got to go get ready for my doctor's appointment, so we're just going to give this one more shot. I did this round earlier today. I went around again, and it took me a dozen or so tries or more to get both of the sleeps to resist. But this one is definitely doable for me. So that didn't work, so we're just going to end it there. And that's basically my loop for Coliseum. I am at now 5:12 with 11 hours left, so hopefully by tonight there isn't too much of a push. Last night, I want to say, I don't know, I was either in the 600 or 700, and I only got pushed up a little bit, like another 100 or so, but now I brought myself back down after doing another round. Let's check the rewards again, but let's see top 10, because one of my, oh yeah, see there's one of my group members at number 5. He's been pushing quite hard. He has a really good setup, and he's at, wow, he's almost out of round 14, and wow, we've got 2 people that have pushed into round 15, or tier 15, and this person is really high up there. Okay, so they actually have a decent setup to show. This is probably extra attack. Oh, yep, and aerial. That's really beastly setup. So I bet this has extra attack too. Yep, that's why. And I wouldn't be surprised if this has extra attack. So there it is. That is, oh, wait. Oh, okay, this is probably, yeah. So basically, if you check out anyone's really good setup in like top 10, you can just assume that every medal they have has extra attack. Wow, literally every medal here has extra attack. If you got really lucky with these trait rolls, like, you can go so far. So, like, God, this person's setup, this chick's got some really good medals. So, you copy Kyrie twice, you activate Kyrie twice, so it's, and then 2 more times. So you're activating Kyrie 6 times. So this person's getting a -6 defense down just by those 3 medals, plus using the Dark Riku twice, so they're getting the maximum amount of defense down at 7. So they're probably just using this setup, and they're probably destroying just about every round no matter what it is. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Part of the Dandelions. Wow. I'm curious, how many medals have you? 16,000, that's quite a bit. I don't even know what I'm at. Actually, I'm curious to see. You can see, I'm not afraid to show you how much I've done. I actually haven't looked at this in a while. Oh yeah, like look at mine. way less than how many times that person has been able to pull medals, so that's why they've managed to get those kinds of traits, because they're able to pull that much. So top 1000, oh yeah, it's AB4 Max and SP Gauge 2. That's a really good skill. I think I still have my, I think I have the AB4 Max was last month. And I'm just saving that simply for hopefully when I pull for Sephiroth EX, I'm going to put AB4 Max on him. Yeah, AB4 Max. But, alright, that's it. That's Coliseum. That's my loop. So, thank you for watching. Good luck with your Coliseum push, and we'll see how I do. Bye-bye.